Hey guys, it's day 29. Um, we're almost halfway done with the series, and I didn't even realize I've been so focused on grinding these videos out and just making sure that I'm finding my rhythm with life that kind of slipped by me. This is going by really fast actually, and I have a lot of work to do. um, like something that I was thinking about when I was writing. Oh, I also finished the preschool book, so I need something else to write about. So I guess a new shift in the series is about to occur after I do the recap video. I do some thinking about that. But I guess the something that I wrote about was like the choice of settling, like to settle or not to settle, and ultimately you should never ever settle. I've said this earlier in the series, but um like the reason I brought that up is just because personally I feel like I have been going through some doubts, and not even doubts about anything. It's literally just I want to feel the fruits of my labor, you know. And it's the more that I yearn for it, the more that I'm in this state of I want to feel like everything that I'm putting this effort into has some value, right? Ultimately, the core of the issue is I want to be externally validated. And it's just well, if I settle for that, then I'm going to receive the consequences of settling. And that's going to be, I'm not going to be properly fulfilled. I'm going to be opening myself up for unnecessary heartache. I'm going to be opening myself up for unnecessary problems. And ultimately, it's just it's not worth it in any sense. It's I want to feel validated. I want to feel loved externally. I love myself to the fucking fullest. And it's okay, these times of doubt really present an opportunity to learn more. Isn't the best? I fucking love learning. And ultimately, it tests the love that I have for myself, because if I love myself, I'll wait, and I will wait, and I will continue to pour into myself in the necessary measures that I deserve, right? But even on that verbiage of deserving, there's this TikTok by Justin Scott that I saw earlier. Don't really remember too much about it, but he was talking about how when we use the language of deserving, that also implies that there is someone that doesn't deserve when we all deserve. You get me? And it's okay, well, if it's not the language of deserving, then what is the language that I'm trying to actively use to justify that my existence does not need this extra merit to be loved to its fullest? What comes to me first is authenticity. Because there's wealth in authenticity. It's the wealth of yourself, the wealth of exuberance, just thriving. That's what authenticity comes with. But there's another word that I don't have, or it's not with me. It's just out of grasp. It's something more. It's being. It's a deserving to be, right? That's ultimately what we've been saying. To deserve to be ourselves, to just be, period, right? So maybe instead of saying deserving, it's to be, right? So we have what do I deserve, or what to do to be. That's different. That is something that forces you to action, for real. I feel it's much more powerful, is it not? What to do to be. That means something. That feels more tangible. What you deserve always feels right out of grasp, but to be, that is a state of existence, right? Earlier I've talked about the being of happiness that I've had to fight for, right? And it's because I knew I deserved to be happy, right? But I didn't ever get to feel that state, that being of happiness, until I exited out of my mind that this is something that I deserve to be, right? No, it's not that I deserve to be. I am it. I have to be it. I had to work to be, right? Literally early this week, I was talking about my plants, right? They don't work to deserve to be. They be, right? Hold up. Bro, like for real, right? These plants right here, when they are pushing themselves to fight for any new stage of growth and development within themselves, they don't fight for it because it's what they deserve. It's because it's what they are. It is what it is. And what is the human condition of? What is your human condition of? I know mine is of creativity, of love, of compassion, and of boundaries, and of discipline. And I have to fight for that. I have to fight to be myself every day. I have to fight to exist in a certain type of authenticity that can only be forged through this fight, this discipline, this courage, this type of humiliation. I'd be sitting up here on this camera, making these videos, working so hard for what? What if it's all for nothing? That's fine. That's great. All the work that I do is ultimately for nothing. I do it because I love it. That's the difference. I do what I do because I love it, not because I need some sort of reinforcer to tell me how to thrive in my own life. I don't need to be told how to live. Where the fuck did this conversation come from? I don't even remember. But that is so important. And honestly, the to be ultimately goes back to this idea of to settle or not that I was talking about as well. Like, when you settle, you're actively saying that you don't have the courage to be yourself. And that's disrespectful to yourself, to who you are, to your identity. And that is something that is truly unforgivable to you. So, yeah. I'm listening to music. Hold up. Y'all want to listen? I'm not going to play it. You know, a lot of my videos have been copyright struck because I'd be using a macro blank and slower pace and modest by default. They actually plunder a lot of music. And like, luckily, like, it's only, they only get like blocked in Russia, but like, I need to figure that out. But I'm listening to this dude, Bleod. When I'm upset, I listen to new music. I love experimenting. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.